Hi there, and welcome to Ambitious Single Moms Stories of Strength and Success. I'm Sonja from Your Success Story Single Mom Level Up Edition, and I'm thrilled to have you here with us today. I'm a mother of 3 wonderful daughters, and when my husband separated from me in 2017, he moved out on a Sunday, and the next morning my mother died unexpectedly. During this time, I was although in the middle of chemotherapy. Suddenly, I'm all alone with 3 small children. As a single mom and a businesswoman, I know firsthand how challenging and rewarding this journey can be. When I first became a single mom, I felt overwhelmed and uncertain about the future. But through support and consistency, I've managed to build a life that I'm proud of, both for myself and my 3 children. This podcast is all about celebrating the incredible stories of ambitious single moms who are not only raising their children with love and dedication, but also pursuing their dreams and building successful businesses. Each episode, we will dive into their journeys, exploring the heights and lows, the lessons learned, and the strategies they've used to overcome challenges. My goal is to inspire, motivate, and provide valuable insights for all the amazing single moms out there who are striving to create a better future for themselves and their families. Remember, you are not alone on this journey, and there are endless possibilities when you take charge of your life. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Ambitious Single Moms Stories of Strength and Success. My name is Sonja Zipser, I'm your host, and I'm so excited because today is the 30th episode. And in addition, it's my birthday. Not the 30th, but yeah, it's my birthday, and I'm so excited to speak to you today in this episode. And I must say that I'm so proud and amazed by the 27 ladies who have already shared their journey, and every journey is different. And when maybe you have already listened to one or several episodes of this podcast, maybe you can relate to one of the ladies and say, yeah, it's not the same journey you're going through, but it's similar, and you can learn from stories they share with you. And that's what it's all about, that we learn from other people's stories, that we can say, okay, she made it, then it might be possible that I can make it too. And I'm really sure that you have the possibility to make a change in your life as well. And you know, there's one thing all the ladies had in common. They made a decision. They made a decision to not be stuck in this or stay stuck in this situation. Because yes, a divorce or separation and becoming a single mom, no matter how you became a single mom, I had a lady whose husband died suddenly. So yes, it's never easy, and we're going through a lot of pain and new experiences. And you know, maybe that I had cancer at the same time and my mom died. So yes, there's a lot, and it's heavy on our shoulders, weight. Yeah, and we think everything is against us, the world is against us. But I can tell you, as you can see now, I made it. And I don't say that every day is you. I'm not always happy. Yeah, and that's not what life is about, but it's about making a decision to say, yes, that chapter now closed. It's a chapter I had with my husband, whether he died or left you, maybe you left, and feeling bad now and are not coping very well with the situation. Yeah, it's about making a decision that you're gonna make it and that you're open for new experiences, because when you make that decision, you can find out, okay, what else is there in the world, in the life that I haven't thought about before because I was so busy. And yes, of course, now as a single mom, you're busy as, or even more busy, because now you're alone. But there are new options that open to you now being a single mom. And I know some people, some women don't have a husband who takes the kids. So one mom I had on the podcast, she said she was so happy that she didn't have to ask for permission, because in the first place, the dad of that kid wasn't interested, and then he died. So she was all on her own with a boy with special needs. And she was happy that she didn't have to ask for permission when she had to make a decision. And so where can you take the advantages of your of your situation at the moment? So for me, I always wanted to learn how to sew. So I took courses whenever the kids, every second weekend, the kids were with their dad. So I had free time where I didn't have to think about what to cook, what to do. And in the beginning, I must say, every weekend the kids were with their dad. I cleaned the house and I did the laundry and everything. And there was one day where I decided, no, I don't do that at that weekend because it's my free time. So the kids left on Friday evening, and when they left something at a special place, sometimes when I didn't like it and I said, okay, I want to have it clean, I cleaned it up. But sometimes it was still in the same place when they came home on Sunday evening. So you are so important in your life, and how can you take advantage of the situation you are now in, and how can you use it for your advantage? And what can you learn in the times you have for your own, and how can you take me time, what is so important? So in the beginning, it's important to make a decision. Do I want to stay in this feeling, in this emotion, in that feeling stuck, feeling angry and pitying myself of, oh, I'm so lost now being a single mom and everybody has to pity me. Yes, of course, we have a hard time and we need help. And it's amazing to get help, but you need to make the decision that you want to get out of this energy, because as long as you pity yourself and wanting to be pitied by someone else, nothing can change. And that's so important to realize that you need to make that decision that you want to change. And it's okay to make the decision you want to stay there. But what are you going to miss when you don't make the decision to experience something new? And I know that it's hard after a time. Maybe I was with my ex-husband, we were together for 20 years. So maybe you were in a long time relationship as well. And even if you were only together for a year, it hurts. And you had dreams together. But maybe this dream was not meant to be, and you can't change it. Sometimes people get together again. I have heard of this as well. I have in my surrounding, I know 2 or 3 couples who were able to get together again, but most of the time it's not, and it's okay because there are new chapters you can start to write. I see the life as a book, and we have different chapters in our life. The chapter where we stay with our parents and whatever we experience in that time, staying at home, where you go to kindergarten, school, and everything. And then you enter into a relationship, you get married, have children. That's a big chapter as well, an important chapter. But it doesn't have to last until the end of your life. And you should be open to say, yes, there are so many new chapters I can experience. And what else is there possible? So the first thing is to make a decision if you want to stay there or if you want to make new experiences. And sometimes being in this emotion of being hurt because your partner left and you're so overwhelmed. And I was also experienced of course, I was so afraid of dying because I had the cancer. So there was a lot going on inside me, and I was trying so much until I found out that I had to get silent to find the solution inside me. What do I really want? And it comes from the inside. There are so many distractions outside. We are seeing on social media and in work and so many different things in the outside. But that's not what's going to make you happy. Not a new partner, and if you are still missing your old partner because you said, I feel now incomplete or he made me happy, yeah, then you have to seek the happiness inside you, because as long as you're looking for someone else to make you happy, you're always depending on someone else. So the second thing is, take some time to get into silence in a sort of meditation. And it's not a guided meditation, but maybe I love to sit in the dark, maybe a candle on. You can have a cup of tea or coffee, close your eyes, hold mama cacao. Maybe you have done a ceremony already with cacao. So get into silence and ask yourself, what is it that I really want in life? What is it that I haven't, what are my strengths? What is it that makes me really happy? And all these informations come when you are silent. And they might not come instantly because you're not used to it. But sometimes they come a few hours later while you're doing something else, while you're not really thinking of it. Maybe they come a few days later while you're walking to the office, to the supermarket, because sometimes when we are out in nature, being in motion, emotions, so you have to be in motion, you have to do something. Sometimes, yeah, the informations come because emotion, it's energy in motion. So when you are in motion, you're working, outworking, you're exercising, yeah, maybe sometimes the answer comes there. And that's the same with inspiration. You need the inspiration, and you get that when you are again in the silence, when you get really, because we are always hustling, especially as a single moms, because as a single mom, we have so much to do. We have so much on our plate that we have to organize. And that's so important that you take yourself out of these situations and that you take a moment to rest, maybe when the kids are in bed or in a sports group or music lesson or at school. Maybe you can take at the beginning 5 minutes, then later 10 minutes, or you can go for 30 minutes in the woods, in nature somewhere, to go to walk with no music on, just in silence, so that you can really follow your thoughts and don't judge your thoughts, about seeing them as waves coming in and out and becoming calm again. And we judge ourselves so often because we think we're not good enough. But that's not true. I'm sure you're giving the best you can do at the moment. But I'm also sure that there is much more possible, because we dim our light and we think we are not capable of more. But yes, I'm sure that there's much more in you. But we are so distracted in the outside. We are so distracted in seeing what others do. But you have a completely different journey. You grew up completely different than I did, and than all the 27 women who were here on the show. So what is it that you experience, and what is it that where you want to go? You have a completely different vision or goal than I have. So you can't compare yourself with me and with all the 27 other women, but you can get inspired. It's not about comparing us and thinking, wow, I'm a loser. She did it with 3 kids and I have only 1 kid. But yes, you have a completely different background, and you had different parents, friends, surroundings, experiences. So don't judge yourself and don't compare yourself with me and other women. It's only about you. Who were you yesterday? Who can you become? And it's what you can do now at the moment. And I'm sure that you are able to cope more when you focus on what you really want to achieve in life. And you can find out what you want when you get into silence. You get an input, an inspiration, and then number four is you have to do it. You have to try it. Try out what is it, the information you got, the inspiration, the idea, and then what is needed to make it. You have to do the transformation, because it's amazing to have ideas. But if you don't do anything to achieve it, it just stays an idea. So it's a process of finding out or making a decision to find out. I call it the X factor. What is that, the thing you haven't thought about? What is inside of you? What strengths, what abilities, what desires are inside of you haven't thought about, because you were seeking in the outside. The third one is the inspiration, when you get into the silence and get back to you, to your heart, and feel into what you really want, you get inspired and you will find a new vision. And it might get piece by piece, you will, bit by bit, you will find that big vision. And it can be in a few days, it can be different again, because every day you change. And number 4 is step 4, to do it, to transform, to make the changes that are needed. And everybody can do it. You can ask for help. I heard from some people, okay, I asked for help and they said no. Yes, we have to accept that some people are not able at this moment to help you. Sometimes we think, oh, I need it now, but maybe now is not the time that this person helps you. Maybe you can ask someone else, and maybe it's not this person who has to help you. Maybe you have to ask around, and maybe you shouldn't ask for help because it's up to you to make it on your own, because you're not that weak as you think. So be open for different possibilities. They will show you, they will appear. Just be open. When one door closes, I am sure you have heard of that, several doors open, but be open-minded for that. When you think right from the beginning it's not possible for you, then you will get that. But if you're open and say, okay, let's see what is possible, what will show up, who I can ask for help, who will come, or who am I going to meet when I go to the supermarket? And sometimes it's someone who calls you in an hour and you said, oh, I haven't heard of that person for weeks, days, months. Funny that this person is calling me. So who can I be of help for that person? And or how can this person be a help for me? So there are so many possibilities. And I had to make different decisions as well. And I had a time where I thought, oh, it would be amazing that someone else makes a decision for me, because me having cancer, that was at that time, it was a heavy burden for me as well, because I had 3 kids. I didn't know as a mom, will I survive? And we never know that. Yeah, we can die the next hour. We don't know now. So, but having cancer, it's something very hard as well. And being single mom at the same time, I was not sure if I could provide properly for my kids, be there properly for them, and being a good mom. And that was very hard for me, yes. And I hoped when I got a bad diagnosis after a test I went through, I wished to have someone who said to me, yes, it's absolutely worth going on, trying everything, because I was at that point, at a moment, I thought, I don't want to live anymore. It's so hard coping with 3 little kids, doing everything for me, looking for the right food, eating no sugar, and being in a positive mindset, what is so important when you have cancer. Be always believing that I will make it. And at one point I thought, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. It's so hard and I have no guarantee. No, nobody can give you a guarantee. But if I decide to not to stay there in that bad negative energy, I don't know if I would have made it. I made that finally, I made the decision that I want to live and that I want to be there for my kids. And at the beginning, I said, I want to live for my kids. And that's a very strong reason. And I think that most of us women, we really want to do it because for our kids, and that's very important. But after some month or even years, I realized that I should want to live for myself. So yes, use your kids to stand up every morning and make the best of your life and of your day for your kids. But then when you're strong enough again, decide to make it for you, because you are the most important person in your life. And you are worth getting up in the morning to have the best day. And when you show up every morning for yourself, your kids will see it, your kids will feel it, and a lot goes on frequency and energy. And you don't have to speak a lot because kids will sense it. And that's the most important thing to remember, that your kids will sense it when you're not happy. And they will sense it if you are happy with yourself. So it's okay to look in the first place after yourself. It's not selfish. It's very important to be your number one. I'm working on that every day. And there's so much you can do for yourself, taking 5 minutes for yourself, even if you close the door and shut the door, lock it and say, it's now my time, 5 minutes. I don't want to hear anything unless you are dying and everything very hard is happening, but don't disturb me for 5 minutes. It's okay. And then you can expand. Your kids will accept it. Not for like maybe the first day, maybe not the second day, but you have to stay strong. It depends on how your relationship was before. Were you the mom who did everything for your kids? Then they might not accept it, that you take now time for yourself. But when they see that your energy shifts and that you're stronger now and that you have more love and feel more satisfied, they will feel it, they will sense it, and you will experience the change as well. So there are so many things you can do for yourself, and that helps you. Making a foot bath, taking a bath. You can, when your kids watch TV, make a foot bath for yourself. Dance one song every morning when you get up. So it's little things you can do. But we have so often we tell us and other people excuses why we can't do it. Stop doing that. Start finding solutions, not excuses. So that's really my tip for you. My I don't know if tip is the right word in English, but that's the one thing I want to give to you. Make a decision. And the second thing is find solutions, not excuses. Yeah, I hope this episode was of value for you. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Ambitious Single Moms, Stories of Strength and Success. It's been an absolute pleasure to share my experiences with you. And I hope you found that story, that information inspiring and empowering. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. sharing your thoughts. And yeah, if you have questions, please get in touch with me. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. And yeah, your support means the world to me and helps me continue bringing you amazing content. Until next time, stay strong, stay inspired, and keep thriving. See you in the next episode. Thank you for joining us on Ambitious Single Moms, Stories of Strength and Success. Let's embark on this journey together and rediscover the magic in our lives. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for our next episode.